everybody, it is Rambling Hour with Lisa. We are in season 4, episode 10. So welcome. We are in my bedroom today. There's this big old red chair here. We have two of them in the room. One of them is near Steve's wardrobe and the other one's at my desk in here. So Steve's dad is staying with us for a few days, and in case he wants to watch TV in the living room, I decided to do the live from the bedroom so I'm not disturbing anybody. I've also been doing my workouts from up here too while Steve visits with his dad. But tonight Steve's going out for cards as he does on Sundays, and so Pierce will be able to watch TV downstairs well, I'm up here, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do my workout. And then I'm going to crash because I am tired. So we got up, not early today, but we went for a drive. It's about just over an hour away from here to see Steve's auntie. It was Steve's uncle's 78th birthday. So we went out and visited with family and went out for lunch and had too big of a lunch. So I am stuffed. And so you know when you go to your wardrobe or your closet and you haven't wore things in a long time, especially with COVID and stuff, if you haven't gone out anywhere, you go to your wardrobe and you try some clothes on and they're too small, that you've gotten bigger and you can't do them up. I've had that many times in my life, but today when I was going through my clothes, and I knew this would happen, but I went to try things on and they were too big. And so I have a pile of what they call trousers here, so like bottoms, pants, not leggings, but like slacks, trousers, not jeans per se, but just bottoms that I was trying on. I wanted to go for autumn colors for going out today because it's, you know, it's the autumn now. And so what better time to wear autumn colors or your autumn clothes than in autumn, especially if I'm going out somewhere. So I chose this. I thought if I wear the scarf, then I can send it to my sister, because that's what I do after I wear scarves. And it has leaves on it, so, you know, and I haven't worn it before. It's quite a big scarfy thing. Like, there's probably a lot you could do with this. Hi, Mom. Oh my gosh, I could almost make it into a dress in itself. But, yeah, so I wore this. Just a little tank top that I've not wore before. And, or what would you call this? Spaghetti strap? I don't know. And then this big, it's a long cardigan that I've not wore before either. And then the pants. Now I'll show you the pants. Thanks, Mom. I painted this scarecrow many years ago in ceramics, but I think Mom knows that because I think she was beside me when I painted it. So, let's see, how can I do this? Oh, falling over. Yeah, there. So, pull them up, but these ones were the ones that they were big, but I didn't have to wear a belt. They weren't falling down, but I was pulling them up a bit, but there's still quite a bit of room in there, so these will go in the pile to go to the warehouse as well. And then this, as I said, this cardigan is like a really long one. It has these 3 big buttons on it. I like it. So that was my outfit of the day. I'm gonna keep the cardigan and the tank top, because I can wear those with other outfits. Like I said, the scarf, even though there's a lot I could do with it, once I have pictures in it and stuff, then I can send it to my sister, and because she wears scarves more than I do. So hopefully she'll like this one when I send them their next care package, which I will probably be in a while, because I just sent them a care package like a few weeks ago, as you guys know. So what is new with you? Like I said, I set up in my bedroom and my plastic pumpkin. It's unfortunate that here in the UK they don't decorate for the seasons like we do in North America, so I can't find as many decorations in the shops and everything. When I lived in Canada, I liked to get, like, at the end of Christmas or at the end of, you know, Halloween and autumn season, I would try and get decorations when they were reduced and clearance. So every year I would buy 1 or 2 things and I would add to my collection. Here they don't really sell them, so I can't get them at regular price, let alone at clearance prices. But I went on Amazon, and there's a bunch of stuff on Amazon, and then I filled my basket with some stuff. But now my basket is come to quite a bit of money, so I have not bought any of the things, because now I have to whittle it down and think, do I really need any more autumn decorations, let alone all these things that I see? I don't know. We'll see. But in the meantime, I'll just keep reusing the ones that I have and moving them around. And there's something that, I don't know how this happened. There must have been things with weight on them in the, while they were put away for the season, but my candles have gotten flat on a few sides, so they kind of got a bit wonky. There, you can see it good there. So I'm not sure if there's something pressed against it and it melted, because they would be on their sides in the bin for storage. But what can you do? Just decorations. I guess I could actually use the candles as candles. I tend not to burn candles, which I have talked about before, because I'm not a huge fan of fire in the house, and it's more that I'm clumsy and I don't trust other people. Maybe a controlling thing, but I'm just scared to start a fire. So how is everyone? Actually, some of the things I put in my basket on Amazon were just like more of like these type of things. I got these ones. I have 2 of these ones, and I got them from Party Light. You know, for people in Canada, they'll know Party Light is like you buy candles and candle holders and everything from them, and they sell some different decors for different seasons. So I got these years ago, but I haven't got anything like that since. But there were some that I saw on Amazon, whoop, that I put in my basket on Amazon, but I haven't actually, this is falling down. I haven't actually ordered them. Okay, sorry, little guy. There, so what is new with you guys? It is the 26th of September, so September has like gone crazy and is like, I'm gonna go crazy myself if I don't leave this thing alone. Yeah, like I can't believe September is almost over now. Aurora's birthday's coming up. It'll be on the 30th, and she's gonna be 16. So that's crazy. Erica, the youngest, turned 13 in July, so the kids are just growing up like crazy. And yeah, life is good. So in the UK, they have a lot of restaurants have this thing called a carvery, and it's basically like a Sunday roast dinner. It's a buffet, and you go up and eat. Some of them have different plate sizes, but basically there's like a roast turkey, roast gammon or ham, and a roast beef. And then you either, depending on what you pay for, you can either get one of the meats or 2 of the meats or all 3 of the meats, but a little bit of each or whatever. And they give you some meat on your plate, and then you go and you get like mashed potatoes and stuffing and cauliflower cheese and cooked vegetables and roast potatoes and gravy and all those good things. And so you can go back for more at some of them with the vegetables and everything else, but you get the meat once unless you pay again. But anyways, it's basically a buffet of a roast dinner, and they're called carveries because they carve the roasts, and it's a very popular thing here. So I was thinking about it today because I'm not I mean, the meat is good. I love meat, but there's only so much like cooked vegetables and mashed potatoes and things that I can eat in my lifetime. But I was thinking it makes sense because if we went somewhere like, say, Mexico, then it makes sense that you might go to, that they might have a lot of restaurants that serve Mexican food, even in buffet style or whatever, that might be a common thing. So being in, like, oh, trains going by, being in a European country, or I know that the UK don't consider themselves part of Europe because it's a different island, but anyways, being over here, and that being like the staple foods of that, that kind of Western food. I don't know if this is even the West. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like meat and potatoes type thing is more of a white man's dinner. And it makes sense that there would be a lot of like places that serve that type of stuff because this is where like a roast dinner kind of originates from. So, but it was really, really, really good food. Erica's just here to say good night. I love you too. Good night. Sleep well. Don't let the bed bugs bite. So yeah, so I had a really big, and Yorkshire pudding. That's like an egg-based kind of bread thing that they put gravy on or roast beef in. I just like mine with margarine on it, which they think here that I'm weird for having it like that, but I'm weird for a lot of reasons. So I ate that, and then I had carrot cake for dessert. Then we went back to Auntie Helen's, so Steve's Auntie Helen and Uncle Norman's, and we had some of Uncle Norman's birthday cake. So I have eaten a lot today. So it's good that I have the trousers on that are a bit too big for me, because it gives them room to be able to pull them out for my big belly from eating too much. But it was delicious, delicious food. So that is one of the reasons that I'm already done up, and my hair is dry for a change. Yeah, because I've been out today. So we took 2 vehicles, so I had to drive there as well, there and back, which wasn't that bad of a drive, because it's only just over an hour. So on the way back there was an accident on one of the motorways, and it made me have to backtrack a little bit, and that was a bit slow, but not too bad overall. And I'm home now. But driving like that, especially when you're stuck in traffic and you go really, really slow, can be exhausting. And so now I am like tired, and I would probably go to bed right now if I wasn't doing my rambling hour and I didn't have to do my workout. It is Sunday, so the girls have school tomorrow, and Steve and Tom have work. And I'm not sure if Pierce is if he's staying until Monday or yeah, I'm not sure if he's moving on tomorrow. I know he's not going home. He's driving somewhere else to visit somebody else, but I don't remember if it's Monday or Tuesday that he's moving on. But either way, that's fine. Yeah, and so maybe I'll have some time in the garden tomorrow. I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like, but I know that I've been doing a lot of getting things ready outside just in case, and for when the weather does change. We have vine weevils. They are like a beetle that munch on the leaves of plants, and then they lay their eggs, their little larvas. They look like a C. Like they curl like a C, like a white C with a brown head. And those little larvae eat the roots of the plant. And then when you see your plant wilted and stuff, and then you try to pull on it, it just comes out really easy because it has no roots left. And you can transplant it and hope that in fresh soil it gets new roots and it grows and survives. But sometimes it doesn't. And then you dump out that soil for the birds to eat the grubs or whichever. But I also have this stuff these nematodes that you mix the nematodes in with, sorry, I'm just scooching the comments up. You mix the nematodes in with water, and then you have to like put a little bit in each pot, and then you water them in with a little bit more water, but you don't want so much water in the pot that it drains out the bottom, because then you lose your nematodes, but you want it to stay moist for up to 2 weeks. And it's just, these vine weevils are a nuisance and they kill my plants. So I put nematodes in most of my pots yesterday, but I still have some pots that I need to do. So I need to order more nematodes from Amazon, but they are not a cheap thing. But it says to do it every 6 weeks, but I'm not doing that. But you can either do it like once a year, but you do it on different pots. Like if you see the nibbling leaves, the leaves that are nibbled, not from slugs. Slugs will leave their slimy trails, so you know if it's slugs that are eating your plants. But these little nodgy nibbles, you can tell if it's a vine weevil. So you can do it where you only treat the plants that you know that it probably has a larva in it. But the problem is that when you mix up the batch of stuff, you need to use it right away. So, and it's expensive, so it's cheaper to buy it in big batches. And yet, if you're only going to use it on a few pots, you only want to buy a small batch. And you got to keep them in the fridge until you're ready to use them. And they only last for so long before they die. So, such a crazy process. And of course, I have so many pots that it took me a long time to do yesterday. And I'm still not done. So, hello, my love. Because we just got back from going out for dinner and stuff, we're behind on a few things. That's why I was only a few minutes late. It's funny that with everything I'd done today, I wasn't even as late for my live as I usually am when I'm at home all day long. But Steve has just got back from walking Lena, and he's going out just a little bit later. So he's just in here, but he's being quiet and pretending he's not. He's not here really. He's just a ghost. What is it they say? Don't date mediums. They're always seeing other people. So Yes, autumn. I have accepted that it is autumn and embracing it for all its loveliness. But I do have to get a lot of things ready in the garden for those first frost days when they do come. That's one of the things that Uncle Norman got for his birthday, was a paraffin heater for his greenhouse. And some paraffin to go in it. The oil to burn. So you guys can give me some topics to talk about. I feel like I'm hungry, but I'm not. I know that what I am is tired and overstuffed from eating, so. Sometimes when you think that you're hungry, you're probably tired, and that's when some people overeat, especially in the evenings or night when you should be going to bed, and you just get that munchy sensation and stuff. You're probably actually just either bored or tired, and you should go to sleep instead of munching. And I'm not just talking to you guys, I'm talking to myself too, trying to remind myself not to munch before bed. This is weird, doing it from my room, and it's just super quiet in here. I have, I can hear the fountain outside the window, out the front of the house in the wildlife pond, but other than that, and Steve getting ready in the background, but other than that, it's like super quiet. Love you, have fun, say hi to the boys. Bye. But I'm glad to have all of you with me today and every day that you guys join in. Oh, I finished reading a book, because there is one, that sneaky one that I snuck in there in between, but it was an easy read, but I forgot to bring it upstairs. It's in the office, so I can't show you guys. I'll show you next week. But I'm almost done the Zen Flesh, Zen Bones, so I will be moving on to a new book. And if I don't just fall asleep right after my workout, maybe I'll finish reading that book, or even starting, like, well, I'll finish it before I read the next one. But because I'm almost finished it, I could almost start the new one tonight. But yesterday I was reading, and that is what happened before Steve came upstairs. He was still visiting with his dad downstairs, and I had come upstairs, and I was reading, and when he came up, I was sleeping with my glasses on and my phone in one hand, and just, yeah, so I had fallen asleep reading, and I was so mad because I could have finished my book yesterday if I wouldn't have fallen asleep while I was reading it. Yeah, Steve was supposed to have a workshop yesterday, Saturday, for feathers, but him and Jackie were both feeling under the weather, and so we didn't do the workshop. It is going to be next Saturday, which I'm really excited about because it's about lucid dreaming and astral traveling. So any of you guys that would like to join in the workshop, just let me know, and we can set that up, because it's done via Zoom. It's anybody around the world can do it. A lot of the Canadian people from Ontario join into the feathers workshops, so it would be really awesome to have you guys. And now, like, it's getting, like, almost, September's almost over, but I really do need to take the Halloween stuff down from the loft and get organized, and what's the word, like, plan the haunted house with Samantha and Steve, not just talk about it, because I know that they're as excited as I am. I unfortunately didn't get to see Samantha this week because we were supposed to get together on the Tuesday, and as you know from last week, it was supposed to be early because she had some stuff that she needed to do. But then what happened is on Monday, okay, so Aurora has a tooth that was really, really hurting, and it was hurting like since last Friday. I think I told you guys that on Sunday. So it was Monday, I phoned the dentist right away to get her in. So they got her in just around noon on Monday. When I brought her in, they said that they couldn't see anything, but they needed to do x-rays and stuff, so they had made an appointment for her around noon on Tuesday. And then I got a text from the school saying that year 9s, somebody in year 9 tested positive for COVID, and that my child was one of the ones that had to go home and isolate and then get is it called a PCR test? And they weren't allowed back in school until they got the results from that test. That's the one where you have to, where it's not just the one you do at home where you wait 30 minutes and it tells you if you're positive for COVID. This is the one that they test in the lab. So So Monday, after Aurora's dentist appointment, she's still in pain. I drop her back off at school, pick up Erica, who has to isolate now at home. As soon as we get home with Erica, I look up online how to do this test. You can do a mail-in one, or you can go to a drive-through one and everything else. And I was like, ooh, if I can do a mail-in one, then I don't want to leave the house again today. I'm tired, so I'll do it tomorrow. Because I have to go out anyways, because Aurora has another dentist appointment on Tuesday, as I said. But then I remembered, oh, wait, Steve has one in the morning, which doesn't affect me, but it's just that it was on the same day. And I have a dentist appointment. I forgot that I had a dentist appointment on the Tuesday. So I told Samantha that I have Erica isolating at home, I have a dentist appointment, and Aurora has a dentist appointment, so we will have to switch days for going to the allotment. Well, Wednesday she had to work, and then I went from there. Thursday I was busy cleaning the caravan, making sure everything was ready, the guest house for Pierce to arrive, because he came in on Thursday. So it was a busy week. And so on Monday, okay, so I looked up online that I could do this, is it PCR? Something like that. Anyways, I could do this COVID test through the mail, so through the post. So I did the thing on NHS, National Health Service, and ordered the test, and then it said it would be posted out. It could take 2 days, but it should be posted out the next day. And it was. It came the next day. Samantha says, yep, PCR. And so it came the next day, which is Tuesday. I did the test, but this is the thing, because the test has to be in within 24 hours or it won't give you proper results. So I had to find out when the last post was being picked up. It had to be a specific post box or a post office where it was getting picked up. So luckily, because this was afternoon on the Tuesday when it came, as soon as we got home from the dentist appointment, actually, it was here. So I opened it, did the test. It was afternoon. That post box was going to be picked up by 4 o'clock was the last pickup. So I did the test for her, put it in the thing, did everything you have to do, put the seal on it, and I brought it to the post box, and it was around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Put it in there, and yes, and it wasn't the next day, like Wednesday when I found out. It was sometime between. So Wednesday night when she went to sleep, I didn't know if she was going to go to school on Thursday or not. But Thursday, after I woke them up, there was I don't remember what. Anyways, basically I got the text too late on the Thursday, so I just let her stay home on Thursday as well. So I had her home all week, and by then, okay, so Aurora came home. Okay, so Aurora had dentist appointment Monday, Tuesday, but she still went back to school after her dentist appointment. Well, Wednesday, Aurora's not feeling well at school. Did she even go to school? No, she's not feeling well. She didn't go into school. And so Wednesday I phoned in and said Aurora's not feeling well. And they say that if the kid is not feeling well, like if the kid's homesick, then instead of 24 hours, they're supposed to stay home for 48 hours. Yeah, so I had Aurora home Wednesday, Thursday, not feeling well. And then Erica home half of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then on Friday, they both went in. And then Pierce was here. So it's just been a little bit crazy, and me and Samantha did not have time in the allotment, with which we both probably need. So hopefully this week coming up will be better, and we will have time together in the allotment. Yeah, and that has been my week. And like I said, so every time Pierce comes to town, we get the fish and chips. The King's Lock fish and chips here in Middlewich is so yummy, but it's fish and chips. It's deep fried. It's not healthy. So I've made this thing where instead of when I crave it and want it, I don't get it. But I say if Pierce is in town, because that's one of his things that he likes to do when he comes here, is he gets a pudding and chips. Pudding is it's different than a pie, I guess, like a meat pie. But to me, it's just an upside down pie with meat in it. And he gets a steak and kidney pudding and chips and gravy, and so he likes getting that from that shop when he comes through. So that's my excuse for us to have fish and chips. So on Thursday when he came, we had fish and chips for dinner, which was yummy but fattening. And then Friday I made Hunter's chicken, which is chicken breast with my brain's not working. Chicken breast, bacon, barbecue sauce, and cheese melted under the grill, they call it a grill here. What do we call it in Canada again? See, now I'm becoming English and can't remember my broiler. So you broil it like so it's all nice and crispy cheese on top. And I made pasta and steamed veg and salad. And then yesterday Steve made a really nice spinach curry again with rice and papadums. And he served my plate, so my portion was bigger than it should have been. And then today I told you, like, the carvery, the roast dinner. So it has been a wonderful weekend visiting with Steve's dad, but a very filling, food-filled weekend. So I am stuffed and ready to get back on my normal schedule starting tomorrow with my food. Luckily, the egg muffins that I make, like, I call them egg muffins, but they're really just like egg with different, you know, like bacon, tomato, spinach, cheese, onion, and you put them into the little muffin things with the egg that you've whipped egg, and then you bake them in the oven, and they make a shape of a muffin, and then you can put them in the fridge for a few days, and then we have those. I have them ready to go in the morning, so that is what we have in the mornings for Steve for work. So luckily, yeah, I have some of those baked, so tomorrow morning for school and work, things should be pretty good getting everybody out the door and everything like that. Whew, so that took me a bit of talking to tell you nothing important, but just what I've been doing this week. And yet I'm still not even halfway through my rambling hour of an hour. I don't know what you guys would like to see or talk about, or I'm so tired. I'm not usually this tired. I just feel like my muscles are sore and I just feel tired and want to go to bed. But you know what? You know all those clothes that I was telling you about, all those pants that are too big for me, they wouldn't be too big for me if I just went to bed when I was tired, because I can't miss a day of working out. Because that's not the deal, and Steve would be ahead of me then, because he's at whatever it is, day 507 now, or 500 and I think it was 502 when last Sunday, so I'm thinking it's 507 now, but it's something like that. So I'm at like 407 or something, and I wouldn't, yeah. So anyways, basically it's the trade-off, right? There's no reason I can't do my workout. I mean, there's always excuses. Trust me, I'm tired. I just want to go to bed, whatever. I have to do it in my room. It's like there's stuff in the way here that I got to move every day because my room's not as clean as it looks right here. And so I could have excuses every day, but you got to think about that. That's just over a year of working out every day, 25 minutes a day, and then longer if I do the yoga and stuff, but at least the 25 minutes a day for just over a year, and I'm almost at my goal. That is awesome. And I could be at my goal if I did more than that, but even doing that as a minimum, like, I can't complain, and I can't maintain or reach my goal if I don't continue to do what I'm doing. So I can complain about being tired, and I can complain about, like, that I have to do my workout, but I'm still going to do it. I can even complain about the fact that it's level 3 today, which is the hardest level, because there's level 1, 2, 3, but I'm still going to do it. And to make myself feel better, I'm just going to have some pop. So, anyways, oh yeah, I already told you that Erica's test was negative, so she went back to school on Friday. And we don't know which student was sick with COVID, or as far as we know, because the school says they won't tell us because they don't want to embarrass them like that. Anyways, it doesn't really matter who had it. I just thought if Erica knew who had it, then she might know how much contact she was in with that specific person. But anyways, her test was negative, and we keep doing the home tests anyways, just in case, you know, for some reason somebody caught it after the test. But yeah, anyways, whatever Aurora had, it was like a stomach kind of thing, and I think I had the same thing, and she gave it to me, and it just came with like really, really bad headache. Like really bad headache and a bit of dizziness, and then like a stomach thing. And so my stomach has been killing me for so she got it Wednesday, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, now Sunday, and it's like it's up here too, not just in my stomach, but it feels like not indigestion, but like it does feel like a bit like wind, like trapped wind, gas, you know, but I'm not, like, it's nothing that's releasing, it's just like really sore. And it's hard to sleep, and I sleep on my heating blanket, even though it's like not cold in our room, but I needed the heat to help the pain. But today when I was eating, I even stopped eating for a while, and Steve said, oh, did you take too much, or you're not going to eat anymore? And I said, no, I said, my stomach hurts so bad that I can't tell if I'm hungry or full, or, you know, so I was, yeah, so I don't know what this is about. And I think it has to do with whatever Aurora had too. And like I said, the headaches and stuff, the headache's not bad now. I have a bit of a headache right now, but it's not as bad. But this, I just want this to go away, whatever it is. So part of that, the point of that is that I haven't been drinking as much pop as I have been in the past, just because my stomach hurts. And if you associate the both of them, I don't want the acid or the carbonation in my tummy if that's what's bothering me. At the same time, I haven't been drinking as much water as I usually drink too, which is not good because I need the water to flush out my system, but also to stay hydrated. So maybe tomorrow will be different and everything will be better. And anyways, this is one of my favorite things that I painted, and you'll get to see this every year, whether it's up in my house for decoration or if it's on my lives. But I took a long time deciding on the colors I wanted to do. Like this was like, you know, like gray. I don't think it's the gray on the bottom anymore. Or you can see like, so it's gray clay, but once you fire it, it turns white. So the whole thing was like white like that before I painted it. So I even painted the bottom. I remember my teacher, I never painted the bottoms of things, and then she always used to give me trouble for not painting the bottoms. So now I paint the bottoms, but I see it's worn out here because, let's see if I marked it on the bottom. Oh no, sometimes I would scratch in on the bottom what year I painted it, but it's quite a few years now. It was when I had kids though, I think. I had Allison at least, maybe even Aurora when I painted this. And yeah, it just is one of my favorite things that I painted ever. But like I said, he's ceramic, so I gotta be careful with him too, because I'm quite clumsy. I don't want to break him. So I'll do these so I can take screenshots. And so we had the chutney last week from Samantha when we did the from the kitchen. Maybe I'll do a from the kitchen next week, I don't know. But today from Uncle, sorry, I'll just put that back. From Steve's aunt and uncle, they made green tomato chutney. So I'm looking forward to trying that. We just got a jar of it today, and maybe I'll try it on my live next week. Actually, I might try it sooner than that though, because it sounded really good with the ingredients that are in it. But like I said, maybe I'll make it a regular feature to do from the kitchen. Baking. Oh yeah, so, oh, I forgot to tell you, oh, like earlier in the week, actually, I believe it was Monday. I think I just did it on Monday. I said I might do it this week, but Monday I made the gumbo. It was so yummy. And so I think Monday and Tuesday we ate the gumbo, and then I froze the rest in containers. And that is what I have to do with Steve's curry that he made last night. I need to put it in containers so we can have it for lunches and stuff like that. So I did make the gumbo. It was really nice. The crumble got all eaten up, except I took a half of one of the crumbles and put it in a container and put it in the freezer for Samantha because we didn't get to see each other. So it's in the freezer ready for her to enjoy when I see her. And the next recipe on my list of things to do is banana bread and such, because I have so many frozen bananas. And I even have a recipe that I'm going to make for Samantha that doesn't have any, like it'll be lactose free, so that she can have some of it. And actually not my Auntie Helen, but where we were today, Steve's Auntie Helen is lactose intolerant as well. So it's just an interesting fact that I'm throwing out there just because we were talking about it today. So yeah, I hope everyone is well and having a good Sunday and has had a good week. Maybe not as busy as mine. Not that mine's busy. So today I was talking to Steve's cousin's wife, and she was telling me about her career, and now she's gone back to university and she's doing courses and everything, and she was telling me about that, and that how it is kind of continuing what she was doing for a living, but it also extends it into other areas, so she can break off if she wants to switch into something else, and yada yada, and going, and then she's like, and what do you do? And I'm like, nothing. Nothing. I said most of my life has been in the food industry, but since I've moved here, I haven't had to work, so I do nothing. I said I like run a household and raise the kids, but she does that as well. She has 3 kids, 3 young boys, as well as doing her university courses. So that's, yeah, and yeah, I garden, live the life of a retired person. Actually, there's probably people who are retired who work harder than me. So that was interesting, but it was really nice to meet Steve's cousins and their wives. So Auntie Helen and Uncle, my brain has farted. I've said it how many times on this already. Anyways, they have 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl. I didn't meet the girl today. I don't know if I've met her before. I can't remember, but I think I have met her before. But the 2 boys were there, and their wives and their kids. So oh, my noggin is a bit sore. And I know I keep playing with my curls, my hair, because I can see it in the camera, and the curls. I've been trying all day not to play with them because I knew that I was going to do my live, and I wanted my hair still to look good and not be fuzzed out. But it is tough because they're like playing with springs. Really, really fun. So, what's new? Chicken poo. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know where everybody is today. This is a quiet one. I know Samantha was on earlier, and so was Mom, but I don't know where everybody's gone. Hopefully my connection is staying good. Actually, that's a good... I was just taking my Wi-Fi off because sometimes the Wi-Fi in the house is a bit... So I put it to 4G just so that we don't lose connection. Hopefully I haven't lost connection already at any point. But, yeah. So we have 25 minutes left to ramble. Let's get ready to ramble. I want to talk about like so many things, but I don't have, like I said, there's so many books that I have piled over by my side of the bed that I want to read, but that I need to finish this other book first, and then I can read the other ones. And gardening, getting everything ready for the yeah, well, you guys know my whole life. So I'm moving plants around, not only to get things ready to put indoors if there's frost, but making displays look nice, especially in the front for autumn/wintry displays, but especially the autumn displays, especially when we bring the Halloween stuff down, and making it look nice for people going in and out of our garden. Basically, like, I know they call it a garden, and that's fine for around the house, like the back and the side, but the front is more of a yard because it's mostly just parking. It's all tarmac, right? So, but yeah, getting it ready for the haunted house and stuff. So having an autumn looking thing. So that is on my list of things to do. So haunted house, autumn displays, getting things ready to put in the greenhouse and stuff for winter, and as well as doing office work, getting together with Samantha, working on the allotments. These are my weights that I'm using right now. They are... they do kilograms here. I know we do pounds. So 5 kilograms, and what is that? 5 times 2.2 or something. So what's that? 10. My brain's not working. Oh, okay, so 10.1. So like just over 10 pounds each. Is that right? So these are the ones that, I mean, if you can lift them and be like, yeah, they're fine. That's not bad. But when you have to start doing things with them and holding them and working with them, they can be quite heavy. And one of the problems is that, see, I can still feel it right now, so I got to be careful. But one of the problems is that this is still not totally healed, and I hate that it takes so long for pulled muscles and different things to heal, because I don't want my strength to go away. But I also, there's movements that I need to do with both. There's certain movements where I do this, and you can feel it here. Not this, but what's the one where I bring it up? Or I don't know, some of them I just got to be careful to what I'm doing. But yeah, so these are, like I said, I'm working out upstairs in my room right now. That's why these are here. And you saw me moving around a few minutes ago. They're under this chair, so I was moving them with my feet, being not antsy, but you know, not able to sit still, just being, what's the word I'm looking for? Not jittery, but when, you know, kids, when they're fidgety. just fidgeting around. So yeah, what else is new with you guys? And tell me what you guys have made this week in the kitchen. I have a few friends who add pictures of their recipes and stuff on social media, and some people might get annoyed with food pictures, but I don't. It just inspires me to want to go and make more meals. But more time in the kitchen means less time in the garden. It's very hard to choose between the two. Oh, see, this is just one of those dinner tray tables from the living room that I brought upstairs for this display. This is actually one of my small dressers here. Actually, this was from Samantha, and it is in front of the window, hence the curtains. But I just like shoved some stuff over these boxes that you can see right here. Oops, are like this is a little light table. Oh, you can't see which one. The top is like letters and stuff that I got from people who have written me letters. The middle box is like a little light table that I can put stationery on with a lined paper underneath it, and it can see through, so I can see the lines. And the bottom box is lots of stationery. And I don't know if you guys remember, like quite a few months ago, I brought this out of the office and brought it up here because I needed to write people back who have written to me. And I did a few letters, and then I haven't done it again, and it's still sitting there. And I could bring it back to the office and put it back where it belongs, but I don't, because this is supposed to remind me to get to it and do it. And actually right here, what I moved off of here right now is that my little miniature room where I built the little miniature things, and it's like a Christmas scene, and I still haven't even finished that from 2 years ago. Yeah. So, I mean, I always finish things I start. It just sometimes it takes me a while. There was actually saying that there was something that yeah, like making the crisp, right? The rhubarb crumble. It took me years to do it, but I finally did do it. So, you know, believe in me. I am reliable. I'll get things done that need to be done. But sometimes it's like right at the deadline or whatever. So, yeah. I miss my family in Canada. I think about them, what it would be like to live near them again, whether they lived here or I lived there. But I am happy here, so, you know, we're good. And I dream a lot. I dream every night, but you guys don't want to hear about my dreams because some of them are like crazy. But I do like going to sleep because I wonder where I'm going to go that night and what's going to happen and who I'm going to see. It's really cool because for the first time in my life, like the time I've been with Steve, even in my dreams, he's my husband, and I'm happy that he's my husband, and he's just in a lot of my dreams, which is not like my life at any time before. I mean, I'll dream about different people, but it's just really cool that even if he's not specifically in the dream, he's still my husband somewhere in that world. So I'm getting too warm and antsy. And yeah, so maybe it is a good time to do my workout if I feel like I have like this energy that I need to burn off. Probably because I've been sitting so much of the day, right? Sitting in the car, driving there, sitting at lunch, just sitting and eating and visiting. And then we went back to Auntie Helen and Uncle Norman. There you go, Uncle Norman's house. And sitting there for a while. And then actually I was standing for some of it. But anyways, just doing nothing, standing. And then sitting in the car driving back, and now I'm sitting again, so doing my workout will give me time to actually burn off some energy. But like I said, it's only 25 minutes, and then I will be going to crash in my bed, well, whether I read or fall asleep, like read until I fall asleep. It'll be nice to relax. And yeah, so I may call this an early hour, depending. Let me see. Well, we're at 43 minutes, so that's not bad, unless I can think of anything else to ramble about. The reason my room seems a bit messy right now is actually because it's actually bins of clothes, and it's the same thing. There's one of the bins is summer clothes, and I have organized it, but there's stuff in there that, like, technically I should try it on, because if it's too big for me, then I don't need it. And so one of the bins is old clothes from like some of it's even before I had kids and stuff, that I have to accept that I'm not a 20-year-old anymore, and the clothes and my kids aren't going to care about the clothes. So if it doesn't fit or look good or yes, it's not the right style for a 40-some-year-old, then it needs to go, because I can't hold on to all this crap. I don't need it. And then the top third bin is clothes that I've got in the last year or two that are, well, they might fit me now, but when I last went through them, or when I first got them from the warehouse, like, it was a bunch of nice stuff that came from the warehouse, and when I went through it, it was stuff that I really liked, but was a bit too small for me at that time, but I knew that I would be losing weight, so I kept it. So like I said, it might fit me now, but it's stuff I need to try on. So that is, there's 3 bins of clothes that are in my way that I keep having to move around, because I don't want to have them in front of the wardrobes, because then we can't get into the wardrobes, but they're in my way now to do my workout, so I have to move them. Yeah, and then like I said, on the side by my side of the bed, there's books and stuff that I want to read that are, yeah, it's not like hugely messy. It's just a bit untidy where you just need to put things back in their place and stuff. So, on top of these boxes here, you can't see them because I push them out of the way. Seriously, I'm getting too hot in here though. Steve went through his jackets, like, suit jackets, because he had a funeral on Thursday, one of his mates' mums that I told you guys about last Sunday, and he is, yeah, so even like our wedding, the one he wore for our wedding, he put that jacket on, and he was swimming in it. So it, like, he's lost so much weight that his suit jackets look ridiculous on him. But he had one that, I can't remember where he got it from or if he had it before. Anyways, it fit him really nicely and it looked good, and I took some pictures of him wearing it, and he looks really good in it. But it's just crazy how some of them were so big, and they're in a pile on top of these boxes here. But he hasn't told me what I'm doing with them. I'm assuming that they're going to the warehouse, but I don't know. So I don't get rid of anything that's not mine. The person has to tell me that they want to get rid of it before I get rid of it. I don't just assume, because I would be mad if somebody got rid of something of mine without asking me first. So I give them that same respect. Yeah. So I know that I should have a shower after I work out. Steve does that all the time, but it really depends how much I sweat and how lazy I am. But I've already showered today, so I'll probably just get into my pajamas after I do my workout. I'll air dry my sweat and then put on my pajamas and then go to bed. I don't think I feel like having a shower. I don't even feel like doing my workout, let alone having a shower, but I will do my workout, and when I'm doing it, I'm going to push as hard as I can. Not over push, I don't want to hurt myself, but I'm going to do the best I can. There's no excuses once I'm doing it. If I'm going to do the workout, if I'm going to put in the 25 minutes, I might as well make the most of it, and it's mind over matter, right? I might as well make it the best workout I can possibly do today. And every day is different. Some days my workouts are not the best, and some days I do a workout where I'm like, where did I get that energy from? I didn't even realize I had that. So every day is different, but I'm going to do it even on the days when the workout isn't as good. Thank you. I didn't even realize anybody was live watching right now because I didn't like, it doesn't necessarily show me that there's viewers right now, which is kind of annoying. But thank you, Samantha. I will do it, and I will do the best I can. I love when Steve, like, touches my muscle and he says, "That's scary." That's scary for my wife to have that strong of a muscle. And I know, I'll take it out. I haven't shaved my armpits, so. But I was bragging today. I went in when I was after my shower and I was getting ready, I went into the girls' room and I said I just have to brag, and they told me that I could brag on because I said I don't know who to brag to, and I'm so happy and proud, and they're like, you should be. And they said, you can brag on social media, but don't do it naked, because I went into the room, I was just in my underwear. And what I wanted to brag about was that sometimes it feels like I'm not doing anything and I haven't got anywhere, but then I look in the mirror, and I was looking at this. So when I looked at the mirror and I saw these, I don't even know what they're called, but like sunken in right there, and like from the side, just bear with me because I'm tripping over those weights. So from the side, you can see the dips. And then if I flex, like it's not totally there, and I know the lighting isn't showing it, but like the six pack is coming slowly. And I'm not even bothered about that. That's just a bonus. I just want to be a healthy weight. But these dip things are like really cool. So I was like, when I saw that in the mirror, it's like, how you wouldn't have these. See, it even feels tight there even when I'm not flexing. So anyways, you wouldn't have those if you weren't doing something right. So I was like really super proud and went and bragged naked in the girls' room. But I kept my clothes on for this one, so yeah. So I guess I did brag live on social media as well, but I am really proud. And like I said, it is work. It's not easy, especially on the days when you really don't feel like doing it. But out of a 24-hour day, 25 minutes, that is not a lot. And it just, the days slowly go in. Do you eat a meal every day or 3 meals a day? It's kind of like that. Do you brush your teeth every day? Do you have your routine for getting up in the morning, or have your routine before you go to bed? So it's kind of like that. It's just something I have to get done before I go to sleep, and it's paying off. I know there's been so many days when I put on clothes and I don't feel good about how I look or how I feel, and it just doesn't make you feel good about going out or anything if you're not happy with the way you look. And this is like, I don't even get to go out very often right now because of COVID and not having friends or anywhere to go. But even those few days that I do dress up and get to go somewhere, it's great. I've worked for this, and so I need to enjoy it. So thank you. Samantha says, amazing and well done, and thank you. So I'm going to just take those few minutes to brag about it because I've worked hard and I deserve to brag about it. If it just came naturally, then maybe I wouldn't get to brag, but because I've worked for it, I'm going to brag. Anyways, I am going to check my time because, like I said, I have a headache and I need to get on with this stuff. Okay, we got 9 minutes left. I'm going to have some more pop. I didn't do my journaling this morning either, which bugs me when I miss a day, but I'll catch up tomorrow morning. But it's just, yeah, because as soon as it got ready, actually what I did, I got up in time to have enough time to get ready to go before we had to leave. But then I spent a lot of time, like I said, trying on trousers that didn't fit me, which is good. It's good. It's gonna, I have too much clothes anyways. The only sad part about it is when I'm taking trousers out that I've never even got to wear because, again, not having many places to go. So it's kind of sad to like be getting rid of clothes that I never even got to wear. But, which is why I wore these trousers today, because even though they're a bit too big, at least I got to wear them. And then, yeah, make room for new. You can't have new if you don't get rid of the old. So if they don't fit, bye-bye. See you later. And maybe I will get fat again one day, but then I'll deal with that when that happens, and hopefully it won't, because this is my lifestyle now, and it's, there's no excuses, whether you're walking like Steve does, whether you're doing some kind of fitness at home like I do, there's no excuse. There's something that you can do. My mom walks. I know my mom and my sister like walking, and there's running, which even thinking about jogging and running hurts my knees. But yeah, there's something you can do. Oh my God, so Steve's dad is in his 70s, and he does more sit-ups than me, and he does the rowing machine. Can't remember, 20 minutes, half an hour on the rowing machine, and he does sit-ups, and he does like, and he's in his 70s, so I'm like, I better be quiet, or I need to step it up. You know, I better not, say like, as if mine's hard to do. So, yeah, it is cool that I'm in my 40s, and I've had 3 kids, and I'm in better shape than, not that I've ever been, because I was in shape once before kids, better than this, but I'm almost there. I'm almost at the best shape of my life after having 3 kids and being in my 40s. Definitely healthier than I've ever been. Definitely taking the food, eating, and stuff more serious than I ever have. The only reason that my food was, with the time that I was working out the hardest in my life in my 20s, I worked at a restaurant and I didn't have a lot of time to eat because I was working all the time. So I only got, like when I did eat more than one meal, but I only ate a little bit, only because I didn't have time to time to eat. I was eating still because I got a discount on food, and it was really good food, but because I was working in a restaurant. But it was just the fact that I had my like breaks where I could eat something, but I was working all the time, and then going to the gym and sleeping and then working and working, and it's like, yeah. So but my food now is more where I'm paying attention to what I'm eating and how much I'm eating, and everything, except like I'm not going to beat myself up about this weekend because, like, hello, life still has to, you still have to live. So it was really good food this weekend. And since Pierce has been here, I've enjoyed it. And that is, you know, life is like that. But eating some shit food for 4 days out of a year, well, obviously I've had other days where I've eaten stuff that's not good, but I'm going to get back on it. And yeah, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you too, even though we ate a pretty good dinner yesterday, the spinach curry is healthy, and brown rice is healthy. It's, again, it was portion sizes yesterday, but Aurora made a really nice coffee cake with chocolate frosting, and that was really yummy too after dinner. So, but yeah, it's about enjoying life, and yeah, like I said, I'm not going to maintain if I don't do what I'm doing. So the eating I have to, you know, seriously get back to, which is fine because I've enjoyed myself this weekend, and doing my workouts, which I haven't missed one, and I'm not going to, even on the days that I felt rough. Now, there is some things to building muscle and such that you, if you're really sick, like if I was like really sick with the flu, I might have to surrender. But if I can still do my workout, then I'm still going to do my workout, but it might be at a lower level than on my best days. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to push myself like till I'm passing out or I'm getting sick. But like even if the most I could do was go on the cross trainer or the bike, then maybe I would do that. Knock on wood, but I haven't had a day where I was that flu-y where I couldn't do my workout. But yeah, even on my worst days, I'm still going to try and push through and do what I can. So I'm not telling you guys what to do. Like I said, I'm in my 40s and it took me this long to get serious about it. And it really depends on what you want in life, what your priorities are, and if you're happy. And I mean, if you're happy the way you are and you don't have exercise in your life, then that's fine. There's a lot of reasons I'm doing it. It's for health reasons, to live a longer life, to look good, to feel good. But it really is about the healthy lifestyle, and just I want to live a healthy, long life, and hopefully I don't just get hit by a bus or something. But yeah, it's mostly for health reasons. So looking good, well, obviously feeling good is important. But to be honest, even though I've been working out a week over a year, okay, they say that you get higher, like when you're physically active, you get higher energy levels, and that might be true. But because I suffer with depression, and I take medication to stay, oh my gosh, my words are not working. To maintain, to stay at a certain level, I honestly don't find that I have more energy from working out regularly. If you do, when you work out, that is great for you. I wish I had more energy than, you know, an average person because of the working out, but I don't. And, but saying that, feeling better, probably, you know, I probably do feel better, but it's a lot of reasons. It's about I feel better because when you feel like you've accomplished something, you feel better in your mindset. When you see yourself in the mirror and you like what you see, you feel better. So there's a lot of reasons I probably feel better, but yeah, the health reasons. So again, I'm not going to tell you what to do. It's just, but it's really, really helpful that I have a partner who's doing this too. Like the fact that me and Steve are both on the same journey and that we support each other. And that on those days when one of us is like, maybe I'll just eat this bag of crisps, and the other one is like, you're not going to be happy with yourself if you eat those crisps. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying you probably don't really want those crisps. You know, just how we keep each other accountable is so helpful. So if you have somebody in your family or in your life and they're on this type of journey, or whatever journey they're on, not drinking, not smoking, and you aren't ready to do the same journey, fine, but please support them. Please don't try and sabotage them or knock them or make fun of them or try to entice them with a nice, like, delicious poutine or something that smells really good, like carrot cake. Just support them and encourage them, and hope that they do the same for you when you're on your journey, because it has been one of the key factors, I think, for me and for Steve, is us keeping each other accountable and supporting each other, knowing that we're trying to fight for the same thing and we're not going to sabotage each other. We're going to support each other. So, yes, be that person for somebody, please. Because it's not easy to have, it's not easy to be self-motivated and to do these things on your own. It's much better when you're held accountable. And I think also another good thing for a lot of people, and this is me included, is the group that I'm in with Samantha being my coach. And there's a group of us women in this group, and we send in our food diaries every day and our weight, and we talk about what we've eaten and what our goals are, and when we messed up, we're honest with each other. You know, everything I told you guys what I ate today, those will be in my journals, and we talk about it, and some of them in the group drink, so alcohol adds those calories on as well. I don't, but like I said, carrot cake, coffee cake, cake, not always cake, but you know what I mean, I can add on my calories very easily too. And yeah, I think having a group like that where we support each other and we're honest about it, because we see that everybody's doing the work, but everybody screws up, and often, you know, we're not always sticking to our numbers, not because we don't want to, but because we're human and it's hard. But we talk to each other and hold each other accountable and support each other with our goals. And I think it really is an important thing, because having something that makes you feel accountable makes you think that you don't want to fail, not only yourself, but other people, because you want them to see you succeeding. So even if it's trickery, kind of like you're like, or like arrogance, you know, like, ooh, I'm not going to let them see me fail, then at least you're tricking yourself into something for a healthy reason. And yeah, whatever you need to do to keep going, but definitely try and support people on their positive journeys forward. So like I said, whether they're trying not to drink or smoke, or they're trying to eat healthier, or you know, if you know somebody who's trying to eat healthier and you're getting together with them, why don't you say, why don't we make some healthy meals together and freeze them, right? And have a afternoon where you guys make healthy meals and freeze them for eating later, and you're supporting them, and it can't hurt for you to have healthy meals either, whoever you are. I'm not knocking anyone, I'm saying whoever you are. So that's a general statement. That's not necessarily one or two people that I'm talking to. It could be everybody. So nobody is going to suffer from having a healthy meal. Mentally, maybe they'll be like, ew, what is this? But that's not true, because there's so many good foods, even healthy foods. And you can still overeat and have too big of portions with healthy food. So remember that. Just because you're eating healthy doesn't mean you need a second or third portion of it. So watch your numbers as well. Anyways, it has been a rambling hour. I hope you've enjoyed, whether you've been listening, watching, or you're tuning in at a different time. This is season 4, episode 10. 2 more episodes for this season, and then we're done into season 5, which is crazy. So I've been doing these for almost a year, and because I remember I did Halloween last year and some autumn stuff last year. So, and Thanksgiving. So I hope you guys have a good week. I will see you next Sunday. If I get my ass in gear, I'll have a guest. And if I don't, then it'll just be me rambling because I didn't get my ass in gear and find a guest. Otherwise, I love you guys. Have a good day. Maybe next week we'll do it from the kitchen. Who knows? I know as much as you do. And yeah, like I said, have a good day. Have a good week. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you then. Okay? Love you. Bye.